Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon, my superhumans. Welcome to Superhuman Nation first event, first live event. Yes, guys, I have to admit I am a little bit stressed, stage fright. You know what I mean? This is our first one ever. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you very much for coming, everyone. And let's not waste your valuable time. Let's dive right into it. So, quick introduction from my side, guys. My name is Marcin. I'm a personal trainer and online coach specializing in fat loss, muscle gain, back pain, and home workouts. And because I'm getting so many questions on daily basis from you guys, it's basically impossible to answer all of those questions directly. So I decided to go live twice per week, once Wednesdays or Thursdays, as those days I work from home, and then another one on a Sunday, as majority of you guys at home on Sundays. All right. So once again, let's not waste your valuable time, guys. Let's dive right into it. What I'd like to do today, during our first live event, is to answer all of those questions. Again, I'm getting so many questions on daily basis that it's just impossible to answer all of them at once and directly to you guys. So hence our live event. All right. Let's start with the first one. This one made my day big time. Question number one: how many times a week do you train? You are so freaking veiny. Okay, guys. This is a good one. So that depends on what targets do I have. So if I am on the fat loss phase, then I train 5 times per week. If I'm on the muscle gain hypertrophy, then I train 4 times per week. One of my biggest mistakes in the beginning, I was overtraining and I haven't got enough recovery time. So, for example, if I'm on the fat loss, I train 5 times per week. But remember, guys, recovery is also equally important. And another thing to remember is if you're on the fat loss, you cannot rest 2 days in a row. So, as an example, 5 days a week: Monday train, Tuesday train, Wednesday off, Thursday train, Friday train, Saturday off, and Sunday push your training again. So that's your 5 working days, and you have 2 days of recovery, but you do not rest 2 days in a row. So then your body works this way rather than that way. Okay. So not up and down, up and down, but progressing all the time. Now, if I am on the muscle gain phase, I train 4 times per week. So again, a little plan for you. Monday, you push in your workouts. Tuesday, same. Wednesday, you rest. Thursday you work out, Friday you rest, Saturday you have your training, and then Sunday you rest. So you've got 4 working days, 3 days of recovery, but you do not rest 2 days in a row. So in this manner, your body will be under the constant stimulus. It doesn't rest for 2 days, which means again it's going to work this way all the time, progression rather than dropping up and down, up and down. Guys, again, one of my biggest mistakes in the beginning, I was overtraining. I was training too much, way too much, and I haven't got enough time to recover, basically. And at some moment, I hit the plateau effect and I couldn't get any further with my goals, with my targets, and so on. So I did my research, and it turns out that I was training way too much. Now, another thing to focus on, guys, is of course nutrition. Nutrition must come first. Literally 70 or maybe even 80% of your success it's in nutrition, not the training itself. You cannot train bad diet. I'm sure you've heard this expression, and this is bullseye basically. You need to make sure your nutrition is spot on, and then you add on the training on top of this. Now, nobody is perfect. Don't look for perfection. Perfecting the process over the perfection, guys. I'm not perfect either. Everyone started somewhere. Everyone used to be amateur, but building the momentum and staying consistent with your targets, that's the key to success. And preparation, that's another crucial thing if you want to stick to your nutrition, to your meal plans, and so on. All right, let's jump to the next one. How can I make time for workouts amidst my busy schedule, kids, and work? Okay, so I train lots of parents, and there's a one common thing with all of you guys. It's basically lack of time for yourself. And this is a kind of deep hole, a trap which you're falling in, and it's quite hard to get out from this. The reason why you put in so many things ahead of you that you keep forgetting about yourself. And believe me, I've been there as well. Basically, I worked so much that I was forgetting about my own well-being. So, what to do in terms in regard to this question? I mean, if you are so busy with your schedules, work, and the kids, guys, the preparation it's a key. So sit down, pen, piece of paper, and just break down your day in terms of the hours, your work hours, your time which you spend with the kids, and so on and so on. And just to give you my own example, despite the fact that I don't have a kid living with me, but having so many clients that I work 12 hours per day, it's really challenging in terms of having time for myself as well. So a few years ago, the first thing which I did, it was getting up earlier by 20 minutes, starting my day with the meditation and the preparation for the day ahead. And usually I'm preparing my plan for the next day, day before. So no rushing in the morning, no stressing in the morning that I'm going to forget this and I'm going to forget about this and that because I have a plan, which I did day before or getting up early morning and preparing my day ahead. And believe me, workouts with the kids are super funny. You can use your kid as extra weight. For example, you can do chest press with your little toddler. You can do so many things with the kids lying down on the floor. You can do your core workouts. It can be an extra weight for your workouts, so extra resistance, and the kids are super happy because they are involved with games with you, with playing around with you, but at the same time you're performing the workouts. So if you need a little plan how to train with your little toddler, how to involve those kids in your routines, please do let me know. We'll get back to you. I have quite a few nice tricks in terms of the um, playing with the kids around here. All right, bear with me. Somebody's trying to connect here. Okay, I think we've got Justina on board. Hello there. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you. All right, so that was the second question. Second question number three. What are some quick and effective workouts routines that I can do at home without any equipment? Spot on question, guys. You can do so much stuff with the body weight only. Hey, Justina, with the body weight only. For example, push-ups, lunges, crunches, V-sit, um, planks, and then squats and hip bridge and Bulgarian split squats using your sofa or the simple chair. The list is endless, guys. You don't need to spend um, thousands or hundreds of pounds for the fitness equipment where you can actually start with your body weight only. And body weight workouts are more than enough to start your journey. And in time, when you're going to get a bit more a bit stronger, a bit fitter, and so on, you can start adding the basic equipment like resistant bands, for example, or two fitness sliders. Resistant bands cost is around £7. Fitness sliders around £7 as well. So that's very low costs in terms of fitness equipment which you'll need at home. But again, you don't need to buy anything to start with, as long as you know how to use your body weight basically and preparing your programs. So again, to summarize, you can do push-ups, squats, lunges, hip bridge, Bulgarian split squats, Romanian deadlift with a bottle of water. You can do planks, you can do crunches, you can do VC. The list of exercises is literally endless, guys. All right. Next one, how can I involve my kids in my fitness routine so that I can stay active while spending the time with them? All right, so getting back to the kids again. Guys, kids are like a parrots. If they see parents performing some exercises, having fun with it, and so on, kids want to join immediately. So let's take advantage of this. First of all, you're going to teach those kids um, proper routines about the workouts and so on, but also when those kids are involved in the workouts, they basically see what you are doing and they want to parrot this. So that means that they're going to get involved immediately. Okay, and it's going to be funny for them and funny for you as well. And believe me, there are lots of workouts which you can perform with the kids, involving those kids as well, or even using those kids as an extra resistance. Going back again to our chest press, for example, with your little toddler and so on, you can do push-ups with the kids on your back and so on. It's always a lot of fun, and it's getting quite challenging having the extra weight in regards to training with your kids. Yeah. So again, to involve them in your workouts, the good thing is to start by yourself and to show them and ask them, for example, can you do 10 push-ups? One of my awesome clients named James, he became a role model for his kid. James, if you are there, hello, buddy. Um, What amazed me in the beginning when we started, his little boy, little toddler, named Henry. Henry was calling his dad Big Daddy because his daddy was quite a big boy, and now he dropped so much weight. He changed his physique so much that his little toddler, he doesn't call him Big Daddy anymore. He calls him Big Daddy. So that was just amazing story. Honestly, amazed me and blew my mind how you can give a great example to your kids and you can involve them in your workouts and training with them basically. And they believe me, the kids are like a parrot, so they can copy your workouts and into the fitness since the very young age, which is absolutely amazing. Yeah. Okay, next one. What are some healthy meal prep ideas that can help me manage my weight without spending hours in the kitchen? All right, this is the big one, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like cooking. For me, spending the hours in the kitchen cooking the food and then eat this meal in 15, 20 minutes is absolute waste of time. On the other hand, I have plenty of people who treat cooking as a therapy. Basically, it's calming for them. They love spending time with the family in the kitchen, playing some music in the background, and having fun preparing the meals. But in terms of saving the time, the meal prep it's crucial, guys. Let me give you my own example. Me and my gorgeous fiance, we cook twice per week only. Usually Sundays afternoon, we're preparing the meals for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then Wednesday evening after the work, we're preparing the food for Thursdays and Fridays. Usually usually weekends we are at home, so we cook on daily basis. But it happens also quite often with my fiance. She's assistant nurse or in the hospital, and quite often she has her shifts during the weekends as well. So again, we cook usually Sundays afternoons for Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, and then Wednesdays evenings. We cook for Thursday, Friday, and possibly Saturday. Meal prep, it's a key. Little advice in here, guys. If you're preparing your meals for a few days, make sure you're storing your food in the glassy boxes rather than plastic boxes. It's all about plastic and saving the environment and so on, but also if you reheat your food in the microwaves, I wouldn't recommend having plastic containers over there, but actually glass containers are much healthier. So again, preparing the meals twice per week only for 2 or 3 days. I wouldn't store food more than 3 days in a row. After 3 days, the food is not great anymore in the lunch boxes, but the meal prep is a key. First of all, it saves you time. Secondly, if you have a prepared meal in the lunch boxes, you're not going to run around during the day when you don't have a time to cook and eat whatever you find in the shop. Usually, people ended up with their muffins and pack of crisps and the white sandwiches and so on, which is absolute killer in terms of your fitness goals. So meal prep, and another thing, money saving, of course. Meal prep is a key. Again, Sunday afternoon, prepare the meals for Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, and then Wednesday evening after work, prepare your meals for Thursday, Friday, and possibly Saturday. Normally Sundays we are all at home, so we can cook for Sunday and then meal prep for the following week. Yeah. Alrighty, next one. How can I ensure that I am maintaining a balanced nutrition diet when time is limited? Again, meal prep, it's a key, guys. Um, I tell you what I'm happy to do. I've got amazingly done meal plans and nutrition guides. If you want me to send them over, please drop me a message. I can send it directly onto your email. Two emails actually. First one, nutrition guide, and then meal plan. Nutrition guide, lots of informations about what to eat and when, how much do you need to eat. There is a link attached to the website. Link will take you to the website when you can drop the basic data like your age, your gender, your height, your body weight, and your goal, your target. And then the calculator will drop the numbers with exact amounts of nutrients which you need to have. We're talking about proteins, calories, fats, carbohydrates, and so on. Super simple to use. Literally one link takes you to the website. You drop in the data in, and then in a few seconds you've got precise number how much do you need to eat. So that's the first step. And then the second step, of course, will be the meal prep. Again, it saves you so much time next day. Let me give you an example. Years ago, when I haven't got the meal prep on board yet, starting Monday at work, 12 hours shift, around 10 to 15 clients to perform the personal training sessions with, and I haven't got the meal prep done. So during my lunch break, when I finished my training, I was running around like a chicken, looking for some food, and whatever I found over there. First of all, it was expensive. Secondly, it wasn't that healthy. Third thing was really stressful because I was constantly rushing, and I am not a person who works well under the time pressure. So again, preparation, it's a key. Again, coming back to our previous question, Sunday evenings meal prep for 3 days, Wednesday evening meal prep for 2 or 3 days, and you have no problem with timing basically and guesswork in terms of the nutrition. Yeah, again, I'm happy to share with you meal plans and the nutrition guides, which will allow you to prepare the meals for a few days, which will um, allow you to avoid stress related to rushing around and looking for some food and the guesswork, basically. So meal prep, meal prep, meal prep. All right, next one. What strategies can help me overcome fatigue and find the energy to exercise after a long day? Okay, this is the very common one. This is the big one, guys. First, let's start with the example of my fiance. What blows my mind, I am not able to do that. After 12 hour shift, being in hospital, very stressful work, um, and kind of depressing work as well, because she's dealing with ill people with lots of sicknesses, with injuries and things like this. So emotionally, this is very draining and tiring and exhausting and so on. But what blows my mind, she comes home after 12 hours and she does 20 minutes quick workout, bang, 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 20 minutes and she is done. Which is honestly really amazing. It's all about the willpower and dedication. So the question, what strategies can help me to overcome fatigue and find the energy to exercise after a long day? Guys, mm, having the targets and having the goals, you see my vision board next to me in here, it's crucial. Basically, what you can do to keep you motivated and dedicated, what you can do with that is go online, either Instagram, Google, and whatever. Find the photo of the person which looks perfectly for you in terms of the physique. Okay. The reason why you're gonna print this photo and you're gonna stick it on the wall somewhere, which will poke you in the eye on daily basis. Ideally, kitchen, fridge, or on the wall when you can see it literally every day, every night. The reason why, guys, we are creatures of visualization. So if we see visual targets basically somewhere on the wall which pokes you again in your eye on daily basis, then you build the dedication towards these targets. The trouble with the motivation is it fades away quite quickly. For example, okay, New Year arrived. I have a lot of New Year resolutions. Usually, people have too many resolutions at once. And then after 2, 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, we are falling off the wagon because the life catches us up. And it's basically we have so many things to do that we forget about ourselves as well. And it's hard to stick to long-term goals which you gave yourself in the beginning of the year because there were so many of them and they are far in the future. So, in terms of overcoming fatigue, guys, what you can do with that, first of all, again, plan your day ahead, set up the targets. Let me show you a little example. This is my calendar in here. So red fields in here, that's the tasks which I need to do next week. And if I will show you this week, um, let me show you this one. Majority of those targets are green, purple. That's my colors of the calendars of the task which are done. So if you're going to use the calendar with the colors, red color means that you need to do important tasks. Yellow color means that you need to do these tasks, but it's not end of the world if you're not going to finish it today. And then the green tasks are the tasks which you have finished already. So again, visualization. First one, print off the photo of the person which for you looks amazingly, and you would like to look like um, like like them. For example, when I was a kid back in '90s. Jean-Claude Van Damme, that was my biggest idol ever, and of course Bruce Lee. Those two guys, the way how they looked, it was mind blowing for me. So I always had this target in my head. That's how I want to look, and uh, it was the fuel, it was my drive, which was keeping me on track in terms of my workouts and nutrition. Okay, so that's the first thing. Second thing, visual your targets in terms of the colors in the calendar. So again, red tasks, there's something which you need to do. Yellows, the ones which you need to do, but it's not on the end of the world if you're not going to do that because, for example, day is too short. And the green tasks are the ones which you have finished already. And it allows you to build the mental resilience and dedications towards your targets. So again, if I'm seeing the guy ripped like hell with the abs out, with all of the veins out, and so on, that's how I want to look. And when I'm getting lazy ass, when I'm getting tired, or in my silly brain works against me and so it tells me, oh, you don't need to train today, just sit down on your sofa and watch Netflix and eat the sweets. Then this photo pokes me in the eye, and my brain immediately switches from getting lazy to dedicated to my targets. And no, 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 you're gonna do this 20 minutes workouts. And another thing is think about how you're gonna feel after you not give up, after you finished your workouts, despite the fact that you were so tired, so knackered after the work, um, and so on. So think about how you're gonna feel when you actually uh, finish your task and you're gonna make the field in your calendar green. It's amazing how quickly you're going to build this mental resilience and the mental strength to stick to your targets, to stick to your goals, and to basically not fell off the wagon. But guys, nobody is perfect, okay? So don't chase the perfection. If, for example, something happened, like last week, I got awfully ill. You can still hear me. My sinuses are full, and I didn't train 4 days in a row. Yes, it's annoying. Yes, it's frustrating, but it's not end of the world. So if there are some life obstacles like illness, for example, don't give yourself a too hard time that you didn't finish or you didn't perform your workouts. Okay, but stick to the plan. Anything above 95% is okay, is great, is awesome. You don't need to go for 100%. Nobody is perfect, but if you see that your target is dropping under 90%, then you need to slow down. You need to sit down with yourself, piece of paper, pen, and prepare your plan your day ahead, just to make sure you're going to stick to the goals, despite how tired you're going to be, how fatigued you're going to be, and so on and so on. So planning again, visualization, that's your key to success. Alrighty, next one, guys. We have 5 minutes. Last few questions. How do I set realistic fitness goals that fit into my busy lifestyle and don't add extra stress? This is the amazing one. Thank you for this question, James. Right. So, how do I set realistic fitness goals? Guys, small steps, baby steps are the best ones. First, set up, let's say, 7 days targets. For 7 days, I'm going to train 4 times a week. My nutrition will be on minimum 80% great. Set up the targets again, visualization, draw a little square, divide it for 7 squares on Monday, Tuesday, etc., etc. And every single time when you perform your task, when you finish your task, just drop the green tick on it. Okay. Now, for example, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you got your targets done, green tick, green tick, green tick. And then the Thursday arrived, you are absolutely knackered and you just want to lie down and you just don't want to do anything. So bear in mind that the next day you'll have to put a red cross in the calendar. And then the next day, when you're going to go, for example, into the kitchen and you're going to see it in the morning, you're going to be amazed, excuse me, how this red cross affects your brain, basically, your motivation, your dedication, and so on. So, what I'm saying is to answer this question, small steps, baby steps. Yes, we need to have also long term targets, let's say 3, 6, 12 months, but make sure that you also have small baby steps targets. For example, 7 days, no sugar. Another example, 4 days workouts, 7 days proper nutrition, 7 days no alcohol. Um, I'm going to decrease my cigarette smoking. I'm going to improve my nutrition. But visualization, it's a key. Again, guys, let me quickly show you a little example in here. I have my own targets. Excuse me. I have my own targets in terms of sticking to the plan. Nobody is perfect again, and there are a few things which I need to work on, like for example, controlling my anxiety and raging, basically. So here is my little schedule which I have on my wall. Again, weekly and then daily, every single time. When I stick to the plan, it's a green tick. Every single time when I fail, there is a red cross. Okay, so that's how I build my mental resilience. But again, I set up the small targets first. So first, for example, 7 days, um, no sugar. Yeah, my weakness is the sugar, guys. I could live on the sugar all the time. As we know, sugar is really bad and it's really addictive. Sorry. So what I did first, set up 7 days target, no sugar. Okay. Next one, for example, next week, starting from Monday, I'm gonna perform 4 workouts, 20 minutes each, 4 workouts per 7 days. I can definitely do that. But again, we are creatures of visualization. So if you're going to tell yourself only, oh, I'm going to train for another 4 days in a row and I'm not going to touch the sugar for another 7 days in a row, that's great. But if you not see it somewhere in the wall, if you can check your task done, then those targets, they just fade away and it's easy to basically follow the wagon again. So visualization, guys, make sure you've got a visual target somewhere on the wall, like you can see my visual board in here. And every single time when you finish your task, when your task is done, just put a green tick on it, and you'll see how quickly you're going to build that mental resilience and mental strength to stick to the plan, to stay on the path which chose to stick to your targets. All right. Okay, and last two questions, guys. How can I manage stress eating or emotional eating, especially when I am overwhelmed? Okay, this is the big one, guys. There's a lot of you using what I'm calling this comfy food, and unfortunately, that directly leads to obesity, to being overweight, and so on. There are two groups of people. First one, comfy food. Second group of people are people so stressed that they cannot eat. I belong to the second group of people. So when I'm stressing, I can't eat. My stomach is tight. I can't even put a sip of water in it. So to answer this question for both of the groups, guys, meditation, real mental work on daily basis, making sure that you have your targets written down somewhere on the wall, visual targets and so on. But internal work in terms of stressing, in terms of anxiety, trauma, depression, and so on. Guys, this is the deep subject. I could talk about this for hours. What I would recommend first, guys, is to start meditation. And if you know like what the meditation, just call it quiet time or me time, whatever you want. I didn't like the word meditation in the beginning of my journey. Today, I have over 5 years of meditating career, let's call it, behind me, guys. It became part of me. Now, again, coming back to the stress and emotional eating, um, a huge group of people when they are stressing, they eat and eat and eat because they feel better and they feel calmer when they eat a lot. The second group of people, they cannot eat because of the stomach is so tight, they are so stressed that they cannot squeeze even a sip of the water. So again, meditation, God, guys, the internal work. What do I want to achieve in my life? The big questions: why? Why I want to get fit? Why I want to get healthy? Um, Another type of why will be why I'm so packed out when I'm walking 10 stairs up. Why is it so difficult to stand up off the floor? Why is it so difficult to tie my shoe and so on and so on? So the big question is why? If you're going to answer yourself, but be honest with yourself, grab the pen, piece of paper, and also notebook or something, and write down all of your whys. Why you want to get fit? Why you want to drop 20 kilos down? Why is it important to you to keep up with your kids and so on and so on? The big question is why. Let me give you my example now. Again, I could live on the sugar all the time, but as soon as I'm letting myself go, let's say 2 weeks of eating sugary things, I'm getting those little balloons here on my side, which I literally hate. I'm not sure, did you see my social recently? I shared the photo of before and after when I was on holiday. 2 weeks before the holiday, I got really ill, so I didn't train. And then on the holiday, of course, desserts and lots of carbohydrates. We want to let ourselves go when we are on our holiday. That's what holiday is for. But in to summarize this, in for 3 weeks I didn't train. I had lots of sugars and literally a little balloons popped out on the side of my belly. And what I did immediately when I got back from holiday, I sat down, I prepared a little spreadsheet, I stuck it on the fridge with the title 7 days no sugar. Okay. Now after 7 days, when I saw 7 green ticks, I'm thinking, okay, I want another week. I can see a little change there already. I want another week. I'm gonna beat up my personal best. So I did the spreadsheet for another 7 days and another 7 green ticks. And at some moment, it became so easy to stick to it for two reasons. First of all, I had my visual targets. Secondly, I've seen my results. Literally after the 7 days, no sugar, I got flatter on my belly already. There's awful balloons on the side of my belly. They were getting smaller and smaller. And that was my drive, basically. So again, the big question in terms of eating emotional is to ask yourself, why I want to drop 20 kilos down, why I want to cut off the alcohol, why I want to keep up with my kids, why is it so hard to get off the floor, why is it so hard to use the bathroom, etc., etc. Guys, big question, why? But this is also internal work, so you need to sit down, grab the pen, piece of paper, or some notebook, and literally write down everything. Next step will be drop the targets on the wall, which will poke you in the eye um, every day. And that will allow you to build the mental resilience, that will allow you to build the willpower, and that will make you dedicated to your targets, not relying on motivation. Again, motivation fades away quite quickly. One day we are motivated, the other day we are not. Okay. So we need to build a mental resilience and dedications towards our health goals, towards our fitness, and so on. And to coming back to the last why, there is a great example. One of my seniors who I train at the gym, he's 72 years old. And because of him, many of my mid-age guys, they ended up on regular training with me face to face or online coaching because they asked themselves a big question. Okay, if this chap at 70 years old can do 30 push-ups and I am 35 and I cannot do 10, my question is why? Okay, so I am so overweight that I cannot perform one push-up at age 30, but I saw the chap who is 72 and he performs 30 push-ups at once. So do I want to live my health healthy and happy, living 80, 90, 100 years? Or do I want to struggle all my life, wasting time and money for doctor's appointments, medications, etc., etc.? It's all about the big why. Okay, again, visual your targets, stick it on the wall, take a notes, green tick, green tick, green tick when you perform the task, when the task is done. Red cross, be honest with yourself. Red cross if you didn't do your task, if you didn't finish your task, and you'll see when you're going to see that spreadsheet next day with the red cross, your mental, your willpower, your dedication will take place, and you're going to smash those targets, no matter what. All right, guys. So that's all from me today. If you are there, please let me know your thoughts. If you want me to answer any more questions, keep dropping them via the message, social media, WhatsApp, etc. Okay. Again, I would like to go again live during the week, either Wednesday or Thursday. You let me know, please, what day would you prefer and what time will be the most suitable for you, and basically we'll go from there. Guys, again, thank you very much. I hope my first live wasn't too bad, and I hope I gave you a lot of value and lots of tips and tricks. Again, it was my first one, so forgive me if it wasn't 100%. But again, we are perfecting the process rather than looking for perfection. Live strong and thrive, guys. All the best. See you soon.